grip on it. Get a grip on yourself. Oh, hi. Actually, that's just a lead-in for today's topic. Today's topic is, I don't have it here. Today's topic is grips. Often, you see online that people ask the question, can I put real steel grips on my replica airgun? And you always hear yes, with small modifications, but I have yet to see anybody that has showed just one example of what those modifications are. They talk about them, but they don't show it. So today, if you join me on the other side of the intro, I'm going to show you how simple it is to put real steel grips on, in this case, a 1911. Okay? That's a KWC 1911. Anyway, I wasn't really doing anything over here. So, let's get down to business, and I hope you find this interesting. See, we got past the intro. Anyway, I'm almost all set up, and we'll get right to business, showing how to adapt real steel grips to a 1911 replica. Now, I'm pretty sure this may apply to other replica air guns that are one-on-one, and I will explain some of the things I did to ensure that mine fit. See you in about 2 seconds. Hey everybody, okay, we're finally back. What you're seeing here is the holster. This is a drop leg holster. I will be doing a video comparison with this and explaining this and how to set them up. When I initially got this drop leg holster, I had to watch like 4 or 5 videos to see how all the little all the parts function to set it up. So what I want to do is do a video. I have to do a comparison video with another one, and also show people how to set it up for their various guns. By the way, this is a Spartan helmet. If you go back, you see I also have the same little rubber patch on its Velcro attached on my hat to these light up green once they you turn out the lights. Anyway, we'll set that aside. What we're here to talk about are these doing custom grips, and I've got some to install. The other thing that I'm installing, like I'm going to take these off, and I will show you how they how I put them on. There is this, which is it's the Pierce grip. This puts front grips on. I haven't even opened this yet. Well, I have, but there you go. It wraps around and it allows you to keep your regular grips. Now, let's get started here. Screwing around a little bit, as they say. I just want to be careful not to lose these. Oh, and by the way, make sure you're have your mag out and you're safe, it's not loaded. Okay. Now this grip there's a little bit of a hump here on the KWC. Let me see. I'll bring this up so as you can see. It just elevates a bit so as you can fit your CO2 in. So it's on both sides. Now, what you can do, like what I did is I laid this down, and of course you have to reverse it. You can see how I sort of hollowed it out, but what you can use, you can either get, calipers like this, and then, get your estimated width, or there's, you know, cheap calipers like this. You can also use a compass off from a, you know, a mathematical kit, although I don't know if people use them much anymore. Or vernier calipers are nice. And then what was nice about the verniers is you get your width, and then you can sort of go and get a scratch. Now, I used a Dremel to take this out, but what I did, like there's a small lip there, is you start in the center and take the worst, and then just keep going gradual, because, you know, like you don't want to go really through. And then I kept checking to make sure that it would set flush, and if it, you know, flush here and flush here. So let's take this side off. By the way, I don't know if you can see the pattern. This is also Molin Labe. Now I could have got some off from Amazon that had like the helmet part sort of like in a bronze or a gold pattern. But I wanted bling, but I wanted subtle bling, you know what I mean? So the other thing is if you're getting 1911, so let me point something out here. The corner right here is because some come square across and some have this little cutout. As you can see here, it has the little cutout. So you want to make sure which model you get for 1911. The other thing that I highly recommend is find out what your center to center is, and then ask the manufacturer if, oh gracious, that one's a little tighter, if what is the center to the center of theirs. Now you gotta be careful too to make sure you get the right model. I ordered a set of grips for my Beretta, and the guy says, well, the center to center is this certain thing. Well, yeah, the center to the center was right, but he had listed the grips wrong. They were for a compact Beretta, not the full size. See, again, you can see this is what I did. I sort of hollowed it, start in there, and then you just keep setting it on and making sure that you're tight along there and tight along there, and that you're fitting here. Now I had to round that out a little bit, but anyway, I didn't even know these things existed, and I saw a guy, I think it was in England, had a set, and I go, just like you can get unit grips that go completely around, and you know, like a one piece. So it would be like whoops, wrong side. It would be like this, and this is all one piece. But so I'm going to put this on. I may actually have to do some trimming here, not sure. But anyway, come to Papa. Maybe not. Well, looks good. How do you make a badass gun look badass? More badass? Something like that. When I'm calling you. I know, Doc, don't sing. Ah, I forgot this little screwdriver's magnetic. Come on. Don't make me fetch a screwdriver. I've had this around here for about a month, and I haven't installed it. Now this is a KWC. Now it's airsoft. And before some of you out there are going, airsoft, I've hit a can with this thing out at 125 feet. And that was without playing with the hop up, or well, yeah, it should be trimmed to look pretty on that side, but, or actually maybe a bit at the bottom too. Anyway, for now, if it needs trimming, I'll do that off camera. And for sure I'll do some trimming. I get a little picky sometimes about my guns, so very easy to install, and it just makes it look really, like I said, badass. Looks so easy. Sometimes those magnets can be more of a hindrance than come on, be nice. Why ain't this one going in? Sure, just because I want to have a coffee, it's going to go in crooked. Yep. Are there kids watching? Because I want to use some profanity right at the moment. Something's wrong here. So much for the easy part, right? There we go. I got this light on the front, 200 lumen. I've actually shot one night at, I think it was last fall. Went out to a parking lot way out at the edge of town where I knew no people would be, you know, non-residential. Man, that feels badass. That feels badass. Anyway, this is a 200 lumen light, and it's it goes for about 280, 300 in US. And I picked it up in China. You know, you wait longer. It's sort of a knockoff. The paddle switches are nice. The real one, you have full on or semi on, like when you release the paddle it goes off, so you can just sort of do like a little peek in that. This one does full on or strobe. But I mean, I paid maybe $40 for it, so why pay 40 or 60? I mean, it was a ridiculous low price. Anyway, that's how you put it on. I do have just a tad down here. You see, just a little tad. I'll get a mag and put in and see how it works. Need to do a bit of a trim. I don't know if you can see that. Get it on the camera. Just about a 1/16 of an inch there. And then right here, just right there, you know, there's just a little thing. So I'll get a scalpel out and do a bit of that. Just bear with me here. Where the heck did I put the holster? Oh, there it is. Is there a mag in there? Yep, there's a mag in there. So let's see. It's a mag. No ammo. Well, it fits up in between good enough. I still think I'll trim that on the bottom just to make it look. So, there you go, everybody. I really love the feel of this. I still have the knurled back strap. That safety works, and it is tear down. But like I said, this is airsoft. I got this one. I could have got the exact same looking thing in BB, but it just turned out that this was on sale, so I took it.
and really pleased with how it turned out. Love those Molon Lobby grips. It's subtle. Badass. I bought it sort of as my secondary for my to go along with my sniper. I don't play, but I sort of role play in my videos. Anyway, now to try to convert all these things, I do, by the way, have this pistol from the Gaunt 1895, and I don't know if you can see that, or if I can get it up. We're the people our parents warned us about. So, thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, as they say on YouTube, give me a shout. More than happy to talk to you about it. And there's more coming. I got a lot more coming. I'm still learning the program. I had to reinstall it 2 or 3 times. But this is Doc, aka the Canadian Sasquatch. And keep having fun, keep safe, keep shooting, keep smiling.